This time on the Healthy Food Guide.
Work-life balance. Does not having it put your health at risk? I asked the experts and doctors.
When our life gets out of balance and we become stressed, we don't produce anti-cancer cells.
Claire's time with the Parkinsons is up.
Honestly, it really helps with your happiness.
So what happens when she visits them on holiday? And executive chef Sam joins Claire for a healthy dessert.
Apples, fig, fresh orange zest. We're really going to make it pop.
And they show you tricks for food on the run with a versatile chicken dish.
Because I want to know, can food help me achieve a work-life balance? Kia ora, good morning. I'm Carly Flynn with you right now. Kia ora, good morning.
Work, eat, sleep, repeat.
Work-life balance, is that possible?
Work, eat, sleep, repeat.
Have a fabulous week. I look forward to doing it with you all again. It can be difficult to escape the cycle of working hard to get ahead. Action. A constant stream of schedules, deadlines and to-do lists sucks the life out of you. So how do I get the balance between work and life right? What role does food play and can I still get the most out of life?
Tipping life into imbalance doesn't take much. Working longer than 9 to 5, travelling too much for work and working shifts can all hijack your normal life and send you nosediving into a string of takeaway boxes.
Pretty soon, your bad diet and unhealthy habits can become the new normal. Long term, that can have an effect on your health mentally, physically and emotionally. So what are the other health risks when work
is no longer enjoyable? I spoke to GP turned sleep specialist, Dr. Alex.
When our life gets out of balance and we become stressed, it does often have a significant impact on our immune system. We don't produce anti-cancer cells, we get heart attacks, we get strokes, our blood pressure goes up, we're more likely to get diabetes, and it affects our sleep. And then if you don't sleep well, we're not concentrating on things, and therefore accidents, especially when you're driving, are much more common.
So that's a lot at risk then. And shift workers are probably more likely than anyone to get out of balance more often. But why is that?
Scientists have found shift workers tend to snack more often on unhealthy foods instead of making time to sit down to nutritious meals. Afternoon, ladies.
Oh, hello.
How are you? Lunchtime?
Oh, definitely.
Unhealthy snacking can put a strain on blood pressure, increase cholesterol and raise blood sugar levels.
Not only is your diet more likely to suffer, but the way your body processes food can also change.
Almost every cell in our body has a circadian rhythm. This up and down, feeling tired, being awake. It's dictated by melatonin, it's our sleep hormone. We produce lots of it at night and it's got rid of in the morning. Now, if that gets out of whack, then it impacts on our cognitive function, on our emotions. And one of the most common medical disorders of shift workers is actually gastric ulcers, because people try and eat at night because they're hungry, and that's not good because the gut system says, I'm not ready for it, I'm in the middle of my night.
Add to that the pressures of modern living and
our smartphone culture of being constantly on and ready for messages.
Some stress in our lives is inevitable, and in fact it's very helpful because it saves our lives often. It promotes us for avoiding danger. It's only when it becomes constant, it becomes frequent all through the day and night, that it becomes dangerous for us.
the kind of food and drink we reach for in times of stress can knock us further out of balance.
If we get stressed, we often get tired as well. And of course, one of the immediate reactions is to have a drink of coffee. And that again can increase our stress hormones. So it's not the ideal solution. Often stress is managed by taking alcohol, but it's actually a depressant. And if you keep using it to try and relieve stress, you're going to end up quite depressed with it.
Crikey, it's time to get the balance back. But how? I get practical tips from more experts later.
I'm Claire Turnbull, and for the last 5 months I've been working with the Parkinson family on achieving a new level of health and fitness. Despite some resistance at first, you need to be having half a plate of vegetables at night.
No, thank you.
Over time, their efforts have transformed their health, lifestyle and well-being.
This is the new normal. It feels natural now to eat this way. Everything's changed. It's awesome.
In the week since, I've asked them to prioritise family time and activities to make happiness a central part of their ongoing well-being.
Jenny's fresh?
And since they've been doing just that, I'm rewarding them with a fun day of beach activities.
Oh, Andy, that's your one.
You know what? It's so nice to see you guys having a good time.
We've been doing lots of walks and fun activities, which has been really, really cool. We've really enjoyed it.
So moving forward, it's just about actually finding a way to create a routine for your family time. So it might be Sunday morning is the time that you do something together every single week. The other thing that makes people happy and healthy and live a long time is having a sense of purpose. Nikki and Johnny, you've got your family, you've got your jobs. And for you, Tamati, I think it's something for you to really explore. Honestly, it really helps with your happiness. I think it's time to get back to cricket. Whose turn is it? I'm quite good at this.
No, that's not good. Getting caught's not good.
By sharing around the family chores, these guys have actually created time for fun together. If they protect this time as a weekly habit, it will help them stay happy and on track with their other health goals.
Work-life balance, it's the ultimate lifestyle goal. But being a shift worker makes it hard to achieve because you're more likely to eat unhealthily, exercise less and disrupt your body clock.
So how do you minimise these health hazards if you're a shift worker? I'm meeting long-haul pilot Louise Thorpe to find out what strategies she uses. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
How are you feeling?
Tired. Yeah. Straight off a long haul flight, it's exhausting, but yeah, I'm okay.
Are you a mum as well?
I am a mum. I have 3 little boys waiting for me at home.
Oh, so you get off the flight and you've got to go home to them?
Yeah, I literally get off this, take off this hat and put on the mum hat, and it's just straight into it, yeah.
Which one's easier?
Totally flying airplanes, totally, yeah. But this is what I chose to do a long time ago, and I don't want to complain about it. So I've got some strategies in place. I'll show you what they are if you like.
How do you deal with jet lag from here?
First and foremost, out of the uniform, take off the pilot hat, put on the mum's hat.
Right, let's get changed. So it's straight back into normal life, is it?
Yeah. I come straight home and then hit the ground running in New Zealand time.
Do the boys notice mummy being tired?
No, so that's the other strategy that I do. I give in a lot on the first day home. It's no big deal. If they're going to eat their sausages off the barbecue with their hands on the day I get home, fine.
So really it's all about being a bit more relaxed. It helps you get through.
Yeah, totally.
What are your sleeping strategies?
The first night home, I put earplugs in and I generally end up with about a 9-hour sleep uninterrupted. There's no jet lag on the second day.
Lovely.
There you go.
Hydration, I bet, is really important for you as a pilot. What about food?
On the first day home, I generally eat about 6 small meals, nothing over 200 or 300 calories per meal. Plenty of water, lots of coffee today on the first day, and small meals.
What about when you're overseas then? Is it easy to maintain a healthy diet?
It's just a matter of being prepared. So I always have Brazil nuts I take from home. Protein bars, I normally have one of those in my handbag, so I don't want to get to the point where I've gone 4 or 5 hours without any food. So it's all about preparedness, I think.
Louise cracked the code for work-life balance in her family, but what are some other food tricks to help us stay healthy? Nutrition expert Nikki Bazant gave me the rundown.
In the 24-hour period, you need a certain amount of food. So you need to have a breakfast-style meal, a lighter meal and a larger meal, and then you need a couple of snacks. When you work shifts, it's about making the timing and the order work for you. You don't want to have a big heavy dinner, for example, right before you go to sleep. Cooking in advance and freezing things can be a great way of getting a meal on the table really quickly.
And what exactly should you be putting on the table to eat?
When you work shifts, you need a good combination of low GI carbohydrates, the ones that absorb more slowly, and protein, which helps keep you feeling full and have more energy throughout your working hours.
And if you don't work shifts but need to get some balance, what else might work?
First steps are addressing stress and making sure that you're getting good quality sleep. And then other things that you can do are to get outside, to get lots of exercise, spend time with your loved ones and find ways that you can chill out.
Whether you're a shift worker, a tired parent or simply time poor, planning your meals in advance will save you a heap of time and stress. And rewarding your body with good food gives you more energy to enjoy all the other important things in life.
And being healthy doesn't mean you can't eat delicious treats from time to time. And the Healthy Food Guide team have conjured up a tasty, healthy dessert full of fruit, whole grains and crunchy nuts to make you feel good inside and out.
If you're going to make a dessert healthy, it's really easy just to reduce the sugar or sub out some of the fats and using yogurt instead of ice cream. And you know, this apple and fig crumble, delicious, is, believe it or not, a third of the sugar and half the calories than the classic crumble.
Excellent.
So first up are the apples. I'm going to peel those. You don't have to peel your apples for this recipe, but today we're going for a smooth texture in the filling to contrast with our crunchy topping. The beauty of this little recipe is we're going to use the figs. I'm going to dice them up, and that's going to give it that nice sweetness.
I like that you're using figs. This is a nice way to add a bit of extra fibre and vitamins and minerals while sweetening it at the same time.
And you know, this recipe is one of the first ever recipes that I cooked with my mum. She also taught me the beauty of, you know, mixing up the ingredients. This recipe is an all-year wonder, no matter what the season. So experiment a little by swapping out the apples for whatever is available, like rhubarb, tamarillos, even feijoas. And summertime, you know, beautiful fresh peaches and berries. I'm just going to grab the pot because what we're going to do is gently cook or stew the fruit, which will help, you know, really infuse the spices we're using, which is the cinnamon. I'm going to start slicing up the apples. I'm going to grab me an orange and we're going to infuse that also into the flavor. It's going to give a nice citrusy kind of warm note. Just to peel 4 big strips. Added to the apple, it's a 1/4 cup of figs and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Then the orange peel for extra zing. And vanilla extract, which is full of flavor, beautiful stuff, and it's organic. Teaspoon. Go. And the water, so 1/2 cup. Just around the fruit. Cook this out for about 10 minutes on medium. Next up is the crumble. So if you want to grab me a large bowl and we'll put that together. I'm going to start with the muesli. I need a cup of that. Muesli's great because it's not your usual crumble topping, but you know, it's got all of those textures and flavors from the nuts and the seeds, almonds, cashews.
And it's so good because from a nutrition perspective, by using muesli and not using the butter-flour combo, you're actually keeping the saturated fat right down and obviously getting lots of good whole grains in there.
Great, so oats are next, which is essential in a crumble. We're going to add 4 tablespoons. This is the whole grain oats.
Another great way to get fibre, but the type of fibre in them is actually really helpful for people who are trying to manage their cholesterol.
So I'm going to add a pinch of sugar. I like to use the brown for that nice caramel flavour. And we're going to add some ground ginger, which is a beautiful spice. Now the spices are in. I'm checking to see if the apples have softened and the water has evaporated in the stewing fruit. Done. Then all it takes is discarding the orange peel, followed by a quick assembly job into a pre-greased tray. Sprinkle the crumble on top. So I'm going to pop this in the oven for about 15 minutes.
That looks so yum.
And do you know what's really going to make it pop? Fresh orange zest and a little bit of vanilla in that yogurt. So you're going to grab that from the shelf. About a teaspoon of vanilla extract to 1/2 cup of reduced fat Greek-style yogurt will create the perfect company to our finished dish. Perfect.
That fruit combo works really, really well.
Nice and crunchy, nice and crispy. That zest at the end with the yogurt, spot on.
This apple and fig crumble with nutty muesli topping means you can indulge your sweet tooth and be healthy at the same time. Once you've chopped and zested the fruit and citrus of your choice, just add boiling water and spices to simmer for 10 minutes. Then remove the lid and simmer for another 5 minutes until the fruit is softened. Mix the muesli, oats, brown sugar and ginger together and spread on top of the stewed fruit in a baking dish. Bake for 15 minutes until golden brown, then serve with yogurt and vanilla. Get ready to crumble with a dessert that's good for you on every level. High in the vitamins, minerals and fibre of real fruit, a whole grain muesli topping low in saturated fat and a yogurt side to finish off this low kilojoule winner.
It's been a long journey to good health for the Parkinsons. So with all the tips on exercise, food and well-being, how much have they really learned and what are they planning to continue? Hello!
Hey, g'day Claire.
What are you up to?
Just making some non-alcoholic beverages.
These guys are on a mini break and since I haven't seen them for a few weeks, they're putting on a spread. They look really tasty.
Yeah.
And you're making a smoothie for the kids?
Yeah, the kids like them after, especially after school.
Right, so let's make this.
Right, avocado, big scoop of that.
That is delicious. Adding cocoa and cocoa crush gives the chocolatey flavour. Then it's a touch of sweetness, seeds for fibre, and the dairy-free milk.
Oh my goodness, that looks amazing. Yum. Wow, Tammy, that is looking like a good platter. I had no idea you were so sophisticated. Are you eating a lot more like this now?
Yeah, definitely.
And what are you snacking on these days?
A lot of fruit most of the time. Apples, bananas.
Well, that's definitely better than the noodles and your chippies that you were having before. Are you having vegetables with all your meals now?
Yeah, definitely a lot more than I did before at the very least.
The biggest mistake people make is trying to do everything at once. For anyone that's trying to make a change, it's about doing it slowly, just doing one thing at a time.
Nice looking fruit salad, kids.
Getting it kind of normal in your life and then moving on to the next.
So what are you making?
I'm making a healthy dessert, a chocolate mousse. So we need 2 avocados.
The good thing with chocolate flavoured desserts is you can make them any way you like. You could put some peppermint in there instead of the orange, leave the orange out.
I'm rapt Nikki's taken to this recipe. It's really quick and easy to adapt.
Tiny splash of that.
Yeah.
Well,
As well as avocados, oranges and vanilla extract, there's just cacao, maple syrup and the orange zest.
what a combo.
A creamy chocolatey mousse that's completely natural.
It's looking pretty good, but what I actually want to know is, are these healthy changes going to last?
Balance is hard to get in the crazy busy lives we live. So Chef Sam has come up with a fabulously easy chicken fettuccine salad that will save you double time and prep, and then again the next day when you adapt it for leftovers.
I'm making this amazing chicken salad today using a butterfly chicken, which is beautiful honey and rosemary marinade, so the hard work's already been done.
What's so good about this one is it's free range and it carries the SPCA blue tick.
Yeah, and butterfly chicken cooks so much faster than a whole chicken, which makes it great on the barbecue. And it flat packs really nicely in the freezer, so great for storage.
And it defrosts so much quicker too.
So with this cut of chicken, the flavor gets right in there on both sides, which makes it super, super tasty. While the chicken's roasting for about an hour at 200 degrees, it's time to ready the base of our noodle salad. Grab a pot, fill it with water, and get the fettuccine on the boil.
Because they're made of 100% edamame beans and mung beans, they're a great way to get protein and heaps of fibre, and they're naturally gluten-free.
Which makes them a great replacement for noodles, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna cook that for about 7 or 8 minutes. We're keeping the salad simple with sliced cucumber and tomatoes, to be added to a kale and lettuce mix for essential greens. And now the fettuccine is cooked, the dressing will tie together the 3 elements of this dish: noodle, salads, and succulent chicken. This is based on a classic green goddess, which has avocado as the main component. It's delicious. Yogurt, about 4 tablespoons. There are a few variations on green goddess dressing, but our one includes avocado, yogurt, pepper, garlic, lemon, and herbs. And avocado lovers will want to use it on just about every dish.
Wow, great way to get good fat into this dish.
Put the lid on, puree it up. Oh, yum, look at that.
Okay.
Grab the parsley, which is the last addition. These things are great because they'll just blend it all up. You got a super sharp blade. Now the chicken's roasted to a perfect golden color.
Amazing.
It just needs to cool so we can shred it. Look how juicy it is. So we're going to evenly spread that through the pasta and the salad. Mix that together straight onto the platter. Beautiful. Greens. Because the salad is packed with kale, it contains all the nutrients and vitamins of that amazing plant. Sprinkle some pumpkin seeds. These are toasted. I like to get that natural oil out of them. Some red. Chicken on. And then we're going to dress it.
What a massive salad.
It's a great meal for a large group of people, potluck.
The flavour of that chicken is so good.
This dish is ideal for anyone who's busy but trying to get healthy balance in their lives because it can easily be adapted to go on the road. Just pop it in a jar.
Dressing on the bottom and just layer it up.
And if you've got a chilli bag and a chilli block, all those are perfect meals to take either a lunch or dinner. Things like chicken tenders, you can serve them with a beautiful slaw here.
And to round out the food you need over a 12-hour shift,
You're probably going to need healthy snacks, things that you can easily just put in your chilli box and then, you're away.
the Parkinsons have invited me to visit them on holiday, and the food they're serving is on point. But now I want to find out how much they've changed for real.
I am seriously impressed with what you put together here. Are you enjoying this kind of food?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's good.
The thing is, the journey of health and well-being is actually a progressive thing, and it's a process of learning. And once you've got some skills under your belt, it's about keeping up the variety. So for you, Nikki, food-wise, do you see any challenges of that moving forward?
Now that I know what's good, as long as I just keep, trying new things. So I've been looking at buying new recipe books.
You've got to keep it interesting, and that's something you've all got to work on together.
Comparing myself now to the beginning of the process, I'm a lot fitter, I know a lot more about food and nutrition, and I'm a lot more adventurous when it comes to food and vegetables specifically.
So Johnny, what are your goals?
So try and put some weight on, make sure I don't slip back into my old ways. I'd also like to pass on some of what I've learnt to the young rugby players that I teach.
Yeah, that's good.
I've got lots of energy, my blood sugar levels are down, which changes my mood and my diabetes. So taking this opportunity has been a massive thing for me.
It's incredibly rewarding seeing someone actually change that much and know that that's actually going to continue for him and he's not going to go back. Tamati, where do you see yourself in 5 years' time?
Yeah, at least hope to have a job or something around that time.
Would you like to go flatting?
Yeah, no, I'd like to go flatting, maybe with a few friends. It almost feels like I'm a different person at this point. Definitely feeling a lot more confident in myself. I'm a lot fitter. I don't have the pot belly that I did before. A lot happier in myself now.
Tamati struggled with so many things at the start and then he realised that he didn't want to feel so bad anymore. And actually, he's made some really positive changes.
You've got the tools and the skills now to make this happen. So it's over to you to take those next steps.
It's been life-changing for us. This whole thing is it's just turned our lives upside down and in a good way.
Good.
A really good way, yeah. And it's all because of you.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to cry.
For me, this journey has been really important because I feel good. I feel positive. This has been a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and I feel very blessed and thankful that we were able to be a part of it.
For more delicious recipes and the latest expert advice, pick up this month's Healthy Food Guide magazine.